when I look back at the legislative session in terms of education issues, Governor Little had a very successful session. He got funding for everything he wanted.
I'm curious though, Kevin, what sort of, I know let's think back to way like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Let's say this didn't happen. I know a counterfactual is always hard to talk about, but there were other things that happened in the state legislature this session, and the legislature dismissed right before this all really kind of hit. So what sort of things came up in the legislature, and would it have been any different had, the coronavirus really hit in February rather than mid to late March?
Well, that's a really interesting question. When I look back at the legislative session in terms of education issues, Governor Little had a very successful session. He got funding for everything he wanted. And the biggest item of the bunch is he got the legislature to agree to the first installment of a 5-year plan to increase teacher pay. This is the second time the state has done this. That we just came out of a 5-year plan to increase teacher pay, mostly for beginning teachers, younger teachers. This is more targeted to keeping veteran teachers in classrooms in Idaho. That's a big issue, especially in border communities. I mean, Moscow, Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, even along the east border of the state bordering against Wyoming. A lot of districts are really struggling to keep their veteran teachers when those teachers can just hop across the state line and get a pretty sizable pay raise. The legislature went along with this, committing to, yes, we would like to spend $223 million over the next 5 years. Passed easily with bipartisan support. And now where is the economy? Where is the economy headed? What is the cash flow situation going to be like for the state? What's the budget situation going to look like in January when legislators have to come back together to convene and decide, is the money available for the second installment of that pay plan? So a month ago we were talking about fairly routine legislative session in terms of education. Like I say, most of what Governor Little asked for sailed through easily with bipartisan support and not a lot of debate, not a lot of pushback. Everything's changed in terms of that budget, in terms of the economic picture, and we don't know what that's going to look like when the legislature gets back in session in 10 months.
You can see more of Kevin's reporting on these and other topics at idahoednews.org. And for more Northwest news on coronavirus and all other topics, come to our website, NWPB.org. Thank you for joining us here in the unique Northwest.